Attention has shifted back to Najib Razak after the former Prime Minister claimed that the young di-Pertuan Agong has granted an additional pardon allowing him to serve the remainder of his prison sentence at home. At the same time, the concept of house arrest has resurfaced as Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim announced plans for new legislation in the 2025 budget, making house arrest an alternative punishment for certain offenders. So what exactly is house arrest? House arrest means that an individual serves their sentence at home with strict restrictions, only permitted to leave for specific purposes such as medical appointments or court proceedings. According to criminologist P. Sundramurti from University Science Malaysia, individuals under house arrest must obtain permission to leave and are monitored using electronic ankle bracelets. However, this concept has not yet been recognized as an alternative to prison sentences under current laws. Section 43 of the Prison Act 1995 only allows for the release of prisoners on license, subject to regulations set by the Minister of Home Affairs. Preacher Wanji Wan Hussein is one individual released from prison under the licensed prisoner release program. In his speech text during the 2025 budget presentation last week, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim announced plans to draft a new act that would allow for house arrest as a punishment. This is part of efforts to alleviate prison overcrowding, but the emphasis is on offenders serving lighter sentences. This announcement has sparked various reactions from the public and legal observers. For instance, Pasir Gunang MP Hassan Karim questioned whether this is an early preparation to gain public consensus for amending the law to lighten sentences for certain elite groups. However, the Minister of Home Affairs, Saifuddin Nasution Ismail, later reaffirmed his previous statement that the house arrest program is reserved for specific groups. He stated that only 20,000 prisoners serving sentences of less than 4 years, the elderly, pregnant women, and persons with disabilities would be considered. More importantly, they must also pass several screenings, including having a good disciplinary record while incarcerated. So what are Najib's chances of participating in the house arrest program? According to copies of the judicial review application, Najib Razak claims that Agong issued an addendum decree on January 29th, the same day he received a partial pardon. Najib is now asking the court to compel the Minister of Home Affairs, the Attorney General, the Board of Pardons, and the federal government to confirm the decree's claims, which reduced his 12-year prison sentence related to the SRC international corruption case involving 42 million ringgit. In May, Anwar Ibrahim emphasized that Najib still needs to go through trials related to the 1MDB case. In an interview at the Doha Economic Forum 2024, Anwar also stated that the decision to lighten the sentence or grant house arrest to Najib rests entirely with the young di-Pertuan Agong. Legal practitioners argue that pardons should be limited to existing laws and should not include new conditions that are not stipulated by law. The question remains, does Agong have the power to grant house arrest as part of the royal pardon under the new act to be drafted next year? So what are your thoughts on these recent developments? Should the house arrest program be expanded to include more prisoners, or does it threaten the principles of legal justice? Leave your views in the comments section below and stay tuned to KiniTV for the latest updates on current affairs. I'm Camelia Azlan, reporting for KiniTV.